Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, welcome. It has been a minute since I have filmed. I did upload a new video last night of my first week on the animal-based 30 challenge, so if you missed that, I will link that down below. But as far as beauty content, I have not filmed and uploaded in over a month. The kids just started back to school yesterday, and to be honest, I just really wanted to focus on spending time with them and having a good summer. We only get 18 summers with our children, so it goes by so fast, and I just really wanted to be present and enjoy my summer with them, so I kind of took the month of July off. But they're back in school. I have a lot more free time now, and I'm excited to get back to filming and uploading. So I wanted to give you guys a little update on where I've been. Lainey's 6th birthday was this past Saturday. Her party is this weekend. If you guys have been here since my pregnancy and postpartum videos with her, please leave a comment down below. I would love to say hi to you and just to see how many of you guys are still around. I know that there are a few of you, but I would really love to know if you've been around since my pregnancy and postpartum videos with Lainey. So for my first beauty video back in a while, I wanted to share things that I'm loving, beauty products that I'm loving, clothing items, lifestyle favorites, things like that. So if you are interested in seeing what I have been getting after recently, then just keep watching. So this past summer was the first summer in a while that I did not upload a Nordstrom anniversary sale video. I kind of felt really bummed about that, but it's fine. But I do want to share some things that I'm absolutely loving that I purchased during the sale. And one is pajamas. I have never really purchased pajamas during the Nordstrom anniversary sale, and I really didn't find any clothing items that I really wanted. But I had heard so many things about these PJs, and let me tell you, I got a pair pretty much for every day of the week. These are the best. I have a few pairs from the Nordstrom pajama collection and a few from the Honeydew Intimates. So I'm gonna just, instead of pulling all these out, I'm just gonna pop some pictures in right here of the different prints that I got. So I believe it's the Moonlight PJs from the Nordstrom collection. It's the shirt and the short sets. I got 3 pairs of those. They are so soft, so bouncy, so slouchy, so comfy and cooling on the skin. They're not hot at all. And then I got 2 long sleeve and short sets from Honeydew Intimates. I have a couple pairs of PJs from Honeydew Intimates. They're very thin, they're very soft, and they washed really well. So if you are in the market for some new, nice, comfy PJs, those are definitely ones to try. We'll just go ahead and get like the clothing items out of the way. I also purchased these tennies during the Nordstrom anniversary sale, and I have been using these every time I work out, and I'm obsessed. They are by Adidas. I cannot remember the name, so I will just leave it here on the screen. I did purchase the youth size because I'm a 6.5 in women's, so I can fit the youth size and save a few buckaroonies when I do. They felt a little narrow when I first wore them, but they definitely stretched out and kind of broke in as I wore them. Now they're just so comfortable to wear, and I love them mostly because they remind me of like my old cheerleading shoes, like the Asics. If you were a cheerleader in like middle school, when you wore the Asics tennis shoes, I don't know, they were just remind me of cheer shoes. But they are so freaking comfortable, and I love the color. I love that they're white, but then they've got the little minty and the little pastel pink. They're so cute, and they are really comfortable. They are by Adidas. Adidas sizing is very weird. I did order 1 pair initially, but they were way too big, so I had to send them back. It always happens with Adidas tennies for me. I'll have multiple pairs of Adidas and they'll all be a different size. It's bizarre, so I recommend shopping in store unless you are just like a genius when it comes to working out your size with Adidas tennis shoes. Another pair of shoes that I purchased around the Nordstrom anniversary sale, they were not part of the sale, but one of my favorite Instagram accounts to follow is Double Shot of Sass on Instagram, and they shared these Tory Burch slides. These are so freaking adorable. Please don't mind my nails. I'm going to get them done today. But I love these so much. Now, when I first put them on, I was like, whoa, these are really stiff. It's another type of stiffer shoe that you have to wear a few times before you kind of break them in. But they are so just thin and they look good with literally everything. And they're just such a sophisticated, nice slide. I really like Tory Burch shoes. These are just one of my favorite sandals that I've been wearing recently. I have another pair of sandals actually that I want to mention that I've been wearing nonstop. I can't believe I almost forgot these, because these slides that I'm about to show you, I have worn almost daily since I purchased them. And it's these slides by Reef. I wear them all the time. They are so comfortable. They are just like such a casual, comfortable, perfectly toned sandal that I wear literally with anything, with denim shorts, when I'm wearing like biker shorts and an oversized tee, when I am going to the beach. Like we went to Orange Beach at the end of July and I wore these as my beach shoe. We went to Mexico. I wore these constantly. These are so freaking comfortable. They have another pair that's just like this, but it's on a platform. And I love these so much that I think I'm gonna get the platformed ones, but these are by Reef. They are awesome. I will leave a name of the sandal on the screen because I don't know them or know the name by heart, but these are awesome and so comfortable. So if you want a really nice, comfy slide, you should definitely try these. Speaking of oversized tees, that is the last clothing item I'm gonna mention. My Billabong oversized tees, I will put pictures here of the different prints that I have. I have been wearing them all the time. They are so easy. They're so comfortable. I love wearing them with a biker short and my slides, or a biker short and some tennis shoes like my Vans. I just freaking love them. I am just so comfy. It's so easy. It's just, I don't know. Before I, bought them, I wasn't sure if I was into the oversized t-shirt trend, but I'm obsessed. And I love Billabong. Billabong is just a brand that I've been wearing since middle school. So I really, really love the oversized tee look. I can just wear it baggy. I can tie it in a knot, wear it with denim shorts, jeans, biker shorts, anything. They are so awesome. I love them so much. If you have not tried the oversized tee trend, you definitely should. I love the prints. They're just great. Okay, let's get on to what I think is some of y'all's favorite content of mine, and that is beauty. So my beauty routine has changed a little bit. I have not been using eyeshadow palettes. I have been focused on like a 10-15 minute or less makeup routine, and I love the routine that I'm doing right now. It's so much more minimal than I was doing before. It takes way less time, and I am just loving the products that I'm using. I'm not gonna share every product in my makeup routine right now. If you guys wanna see a get ready with me using all of the current products that I'm loving for an everyday face, then just leave a comment down below and I will film that video next. But yeah, this is the makeup that I've pretty much been wearing every day. It's not as, I don't know, it's just not as glam, I feel like, as it normally is. Like, I feel like my makeup definitely looks really good and my skin has been looking really good lately. So I think that helps, but yeah, I don't know. Let's just get into things that I've been loving. The first is the Charlotte Tilbury Cream Bronzer. I got mine in the shade medium, and let me tell you, sister is loved. She gets used every single day. I absolutely love this bronzer. I remember when they came out, I was looking at fair and medium. The fair color is definitely more cool toned. This one was just like looked like the perfect tone for me. I went with the shade that I have in the powder bronzer, which I also still use to this day and love. It's definitely my holy grail favorite matte bronzer. So the brush that I use with this, I actually purchased a new brush for it, and it's one by Makeup by Mario. This is the F1. I'll show you an up close of what this brush looks like, but this is, I have found to be the absolute perfect brush for this bronzer. This one is really, it's nice and dense and it's angled so it fits the cheekbones really well. And then this side I use for my nose, but I just stipple it in and then I stipple my face. I don't rub or anything like that. I just stipple it out and it blends it so nicely. It is such a beautiful tone. I've got this bronzer on with the Charlotte Tilbury matte bronzer on top, also in the shade medium. But this, I freaking love this bronzer so much. It is my favorite cream bronzer that I've tried so far. I love it more than the Nude Sticks bronzer. I love it more than the Chanel. I love it more than the Huda. I love it more than the Patrick Ta. It's definitely my favorite. Speaking of the Makeup by Mario brushes, I love them. I use all four every time I do my makeup. The one that I just mentioned is the F1. I also have the F2 for like blush and bronzer. And then I have the F3 for highlighting. This is my newest one. It's the EF1. It's an eyeshadow brush. And this is pretty much the only eyeshadow brush that I've been using. I use this side for my crease, like for powder, and then this side for cream. I'm still absolutely loving cream shadows. Speaking of cream shadows, the one that I'm wearing on my lids today, I've been wearing exclusively since I purchased this product. It's one of the new Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize cream pot shadows, and it's in the shade Exaggerize. This is the perfect everyday lid color. It looks darker in the pot than it is when you apply it. This eyeshadow is the perfect like nude brown with a ton of sparkle. It is gorgeous. I definitely think I should order some of the other new colors that she came out with. I love her pot shadows. If you are into cream shadows, you definitely should try out the Charlotte Tilbury ones. And I specifically bought this Makeup by Mario eyeshadow brush for my pot cream shadows and just for cream shadows in general. My eyeshadow routine has gotten super simple and super easy. I take whatever bronzer I'm using that day and I apply it all over the crease and on my lid and on my lower lash line, and then I take the flatter side and I dip it in my cream pot and I apply it on my lid and I'm good to go. Let's talk highlighter. I'm also using my highlighter on my eyes as my inner corner and brow bone color, but I am still obsessed with this Dior Backstage palette. This is in the shade 1 Universal. It is one of my, like, become quickly a holy grail palette of mine. I absolutely love it. I apply this over my blush and then I mix these two together for my face highlight and my brow bone and inner corner highlight. Sometimes I'll apply this as a shadow, but I do not apply this as a bronzer. This is a phenomenal palette. It's been out for a long time. If you have yet to try it, I highly recommend it. It is, like the name, super universal. You can wear it on your cheeks and on your eyes. It is such a good palette. Another palette that I've been loving and that I'm wearing today is this one that I purchased during the Nordstrom anniversary sale. I freaking love Hourglass products in general. Hourglass is a holy grail brand for me. I think it's beautiful. I love Hourglass and Charlotte Tilbury. I think both of those are definitely my two favorite brands if I had to pick. So the shades that you get in here, you get Dim Light, Diffused Heat, and Luminous Bronze Light. I do have these two and two other palettes from Hourglass, but I like that they're all in one. And honestly, with the bronzers and the blushes, if you've got the shade in multiple palettes, the colors could look very different depending on like the marbleization of the powders. So I have this on as my finishing powder, this on as my blush. This reminds me of sort of like a Orgasm from NARS, and then this is my favorite bronzer from Hourglass, the Luminous Bronze Light. So I have Luminous Bronze Light on top of my Charlotte Tilbury bronzers, and then I have the, what is it called again? Diffused Heat on my cheeks. Such a good palette. It is amazing. I'm sure it's still available. All of the shades in general are permanent shades in the Hourglass collection, but this little palette is amazing. I absolutely love it. I also use these colors on my eyes as well. So if you kind of catch my drift on what I've been doing, instead of using an eyeshadow palette, I've just been using my bronzer, my blush, and my highlight as my eyeshadow, and it just cuts down on a lot of time. I feel like my makeup looks a lot fresher, and I just like the monochromatic look. But that's really what I've been doing. I really need to clean out my makeup and post more stuff on Poshmark and declutter and throw away things that have been in for a long time. I really want to minimize my makeup collection because I've just been absolutely loving the way that I've been doing my makeup lately. I feel like it suits me, especially as I get older, and I don't need a ton of products anymore. Speaking of Hourglass, their new foundation, I love it. I am wearing it today. It's the Ambient Soft Glow Foundation. Now the shades are, it's kind of hard to pick your shade. So I used the shade finder that Sephora offers, but I really suggest if you're gonna use that to use multiple foundations, because depending on which foundation you put in, it can give you a totally different match. Now, my foundations right now don't particularly match my body. I got pretty darn dark in Alabama, so my foundation doesn't quite match my tan, but I know my tan's not gonna last, so I don't feel the need to go out and buy a foundation to perfectly match, because to be quite honest, I just don't care. I don't care. I think that people that give other people crap about their foundation not perfectly matching their body really need to get a life, because it's not that serious. But I'm in the shade 7.5. I used my NARS Light Reflecting Foundation, which is also Holy Grail status foundation for me. I'm in the shade Santa Fe, and it gave me 7.5, and it's a great match to that foundation. Now I will say, I did take this to Florida, and it was a big mistake on trying to test a new foundation. I keep saying Florida, because we typically do go to Florida, but we went to Orange Beach this time. I took this with me, and it really was a bad time to try out a new foundation, because when you are in like a beach setting, you just don't need to wear any makeup at all, or just wear a tinted moisturizer. I ended up foregoing makeup completely on that trip and just went barefaced, and it was phenomenal. But once I got home, I started trying this a few different ways, and I typically like to apply my foundations with a beauty blender, but with this one, I like using a brush, and specifically my ARTIS brush. I can't remember which, oh, here it is. It is the ARTIS Elite Oval number 8. Love applying this foundation with this brush. This brush honestly applies any foundation amazingly, but usually I'm just lazy and want to use my beauty blender for everything. But I much prefer this foundation applied with a brush. And this just puts it on so evenly, and it just gives me such a beautiful, like, natural finish. I love it, and it wears for so long. So these in combination together, I absolutely love. We're sticking with Hourglass here and talking about the concealer. I've had this concealer for a long time. It's been out for a long time, but I hadn't used it in a while. It's the Hourglass Vanish Concealer, and I'm in the shade Fawn. I forgot how amazing this concealer is. I've been wearing it with the Hourglass foundation and with my NARS Light Reflecting Foundation, and holy crap, it is just so smoothing, full coverage, just looks so good. I love it so much. A little bit goes a long way. I have been using this concealer nonstop. It is my current favorite, my current go-to, and I forgot how good it is. That's the problem with having a lot of makeup, is you forget what's good, and then it just goes to freaking waste. So that's another reason why I want to just declutter, even though it's gonna pain me to declutter so much, because I love makeup and beauty. It's a necessary thing that needs to be done. But if you've not tried the Hourglass concealer, it's phenomenal. I got a new setting powder for under my eyes. So I loved the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Powder, the shade Fair. It was super just light, and it had like a pinky undertone, so it was brightening. But I'm pretty sure they're discontinuing it because you can't find it anymore. I'm thinking maybe she's trying to reformulate it and relaunch, or launch a new powder. So I'm curious to see what happens with that. But I've been looking for a pink powder. Now I really wanted to try the Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom Powder, but that has been sold out for so long. I can't find it on her website. I can't find it in any Sephora stores. It's been sold out online. So I don't know if that was like a limited edition or what. But I decided to give the Givenchy powder a try. This one is the Prisme Libre number 3 Rose. I don't even know what the first word is, but it's in the shade Rose. And it's like 4 different pink powders. It's what I've been using to set my concealer and my T-zone. It's not as brightening as I would have liked, but it is very smoothing and gives you like a very airbrushed look. So I still think the Charlotte Tilbury one was better. I liked the color better and I liked the brightening effect of that one better, but this one's okay so far. I just wanted to mention it in case you guys loved the Charlotte Tilbury magic powder as well. I think that's what it's called, the loose, I don't know, her loose powder. If you loved that powder as well and you're trying to find another one to replace it with, this one's not a dupe, but it is nice. I'm just really hoping that she is either gonna relaunch or come out with a powder similar to her loose powder in the near future, because I miss that powder. It was my favorite. Let's talk about lips. I have been into just natural, glossy, juicy lips, and this is a new purchase for me. It is another Makeup by Mario product. It is the Moisture Glow Plumping Lip Serum in the shade Bare Glow, another influenced purchase from Double Shot of Sass. It's just this little pink tube. Now I will say, I cannot go in and directly apply it because it is so soft. It's almost like a glossy balm in a tube, so it just like gets everywhere. So I just apply lip liner and then take like my ring finger and get a little bit and apply it with my finger, but it is a gorgeous color. And then the lip liner that I love with it is this one from Milani. It is the Milani Understatement Lip Liner in the shade 110 Nude Entrance. I actually got this after Lisa D1 talked about it in a video way back. This is the color here. I don't know if it's gonna focus, but it is a perfect My Lips But Better color. So I line my lips with this. It is a pretty long wearing lip liner and it goes on super smooth. And then I put the either a gloss or the Moisture Glow lip balm on top. Another lip gloss that I have mentioned before and I still love is the Lip Glow Oil from Dior. This is in the shade 001 Pink. I am, you know, making my way through this. It is such a nice lip oil. I am definitely about halfway done with this, but it is just like the perfect shade of pink, the perfect glossiness. Your lips look so juicy when you use it. But I wanted to mention those products. I don't have it with me, but I also really love the Tarte Maracuja, the lip, like, I don't know, they look like a long tube, but it's the Tarte Maracuja lippies, like Juicy Lips, I think it is what it is. The shade Rose in particular is one of my favorites. It's very similar to this. But those are all the products that I have been just loving lately. I was really excited to wake up and film this video today because it has been a long time since I have turned on my camera and talked about favorite products. It's one of my favorite things to do. So I'm gonna list and link everything down below for you in case you wanna get a closer look at anything that I mentioned or if you wanna try anything for yourself. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching. I am so happy to be filming again today. I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you all very soon. Bye.